Taurus, how are y'all? Spiritual Warrior here. Welcome back to the channel. So today is this is your August 2020 reading. Okay. And it's just your overall overview reading for the month of August 2020. Alright, so let's start with the overall energy. Just like the vibe of August for you, Taurus. So what's the main focus of it? What is it going to be on, or what's going to be happening? Just what would the universe sum up this month for you as? And we have Malachite, you guys. Number 44 shows up again and again. So there's something around stability, foundation, home, finances, that is really solidifying itself for Tauruses. In a really, really, really amazingly positive way. So right here we have Malachite. This is a stone for prosperity. Really what this talks about is I just wanted to focus a little bit because my camera is getting a little slow. That's what happens when it loses some memory. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So I feel as though your resources, your ability to manifest some of the things that you have been wanting to manifest, or some of the things that you are trying to manifest at this time, will be happening, especially along the lines of bringing things in abundance or increasing the prosperity of things. And I do very much feel like this is around career and home, finance as well. So we have the Seven of Swords energy for Tauruses, overall energy, which talks about keeping things a secret. Funnily enough, Scorpio had the Seven of Swords in a completely different deck, in the same formation. And so some of you Tauruses could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you can have something going on with Scorpio in your chart, and you might want to check out Scorpio. That was a good reading too. Okay, and we also have the King of Cups reversed. So I feel like Tauruses, you're taking a look at emotions. Some of you guys, you could find that perhaps an unsupportive, sort of jealous character could be unmasked in your life for some of you guys. But I can confidently say for the majority of you guys, what this energy is here is it's an unenveloping, it's a unmasking, best way to put it, of the beginning of an unmasking of a sort of, this Queen of Cups reverse energy is a woman with very hurt feelings, or feminine energy that is very hurt, that needs healing, or that is not aware of her hurt, okay? And tends to either repress emotion or internalize things a lot about herself. So there is a shift in that. So the unmasking that's going on, it's bringing in a shift. This is so interesting. I almost don't understand how these two energies are going to be working together, and I think that will be something that you will find exciting as you're opening up in the month of August. You'll find not knowing what this is exciting, okay? So we have the fish, and the fish came out reversed. Lenormand isn't typically reversed, but the fish is a financial, it's a card of abundance, it's a card of stability, it's a card of, it's the King of Pentacles underlying, which the prosperity card is kind of King of Pentacles energy itself as well. And so I feel as though there is this shift in a situation that has been damp, that has been stagnant, that has been stale, that has been shrouded in lack. There's a shift out of that energy. Now that is super positive. What I'm gonna go do now is I'm gonna go ahead and shift into the love part of this reading, and maybe more information will come out about this. Or we could wait until the career portion of the reading, and then more information will come out of that for that as well. Yeah? Yeah, I left for 2 holes. I don't think so. You want to talk in a little bit? Alright, so let's move into the love sector. So what's the energy for love for Tauruses? For you guys. Let's have a look. What's going on in your love life? So this could be relationships, as in like a romantic connection. It could also be family, friendship. It's just emotional. It tends to relate more to romantic connections, but it doesn't have to, okay? So we have the Four of Swords, kind of coming out here reverse for you, Taurus. Okay, so there is some much needed healing that needs to be done. I do feel like you're really excited to get out there, and I feel like you really are wanting to, you know, either connect with someone that you already know, or you're wanting to connect with someone brand new, and you're really, really, really looking forward to it, and you're really, really, really excited about it, and you're really wanting that to kind of come to pass and really work out for you. But I do think that there still needs to be a little bit of healing taking place, and so, you know, don't hesitate to take that time out that you're going to need to really recuperate and kind of balance those chakras and take care of that energy, because I do feel like you do need a little bit of healing. This King of Pentacles energy, remember this fish came out, that's the King of Pentacles in the Lenormand, and that came out reversed. In this King of Pentacles energy, it's thwarted, it's not, it's kind of like, it's basically reversed, right? And so you kind of need to heal these wounds around stability, feeling secure, feeling like you can, especially depending on which aspect you kind of fall on. How can you best provide security within this connection or within this dynamic? And so you're needing healing around that aspect of your life so that this connection can be stable. So I feel like some of you guys, if this is already a connection that's established, if you've been feeling like it's kind of rocky or it could be more stable, it will get that way. You just need to give it a little more time, and it's understandable why you would be kind of wanting to get up and go, but you do need this time, whether you believe it or not, because once you take this time out, you know, whatever you guys decide to build will be more stable. Some of you guys need time to recover and heal from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, an ex, as somebody who maybe didn't give as much as they should have. Some of you guys are finding or seeing ways in which, or learning or healing from ways in which you have, or also putting an end to, whether you know it or not, you're putting an end to ways in which you have been unserious, unstable, unreliable within connections or within love. Okay, because if you want stability, you know, from outside of you, and you're, you know, a sporadic person who just dips on your partner, whether you're a man or a woman, I mean, come on, you're gonna attract that, you know. So you want to really work on why it's so volatile. I feel like some of you guys may have found yourself in volatile connections, or you may find connections for yourself kind of volatile, or just not as steady and as stable as you would like it to be, or as steady and as stable as you deserve it to be. And so take this time to heal. So let's take a look at what's next. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I definitely feel like whether this is, you know, whether you're connected with someone or you're not, I definitely see a recognizing of the worth here for Tauruses very strongly showing up here. I love its positioning. I love how it came out. It's very clear and very simple to me. I really feel like, Taurus, you are knowing, and you know your value. You know what you bring to the table. You are the fucking table. You know who you are. You know the sort of benefit you bring to a connection. But at the very end of the day, you don't want to be in a connection where it's like, okay, what do you bring to the table? What the fuck is that? Like, what kind of relationship is that? That's not a real sort of connection. And so there really is a need to come out of that and realize that you're more valuable than someone who asks you what you bring to the table. Okay, so really work through that. But definitely making judgments on this as well. And you have been in the past, and you're continuing to make them now. But there is some more learning and understanding that needs to happen here. Notice how all the swords cards, they're showing up, or they showed up reversed, right? And so these are cards of knowledge and understanding and clarity of perception. And so there needs to be more clarity. You need to understand things a little more. However, underlying the reading with the Ace of Cups just underneath it, that followed by the Three of Cups of Death, that's telling me that there is this need to add love to your commitment. So to the contracts that you sign with, you know, these men or these women that you date, I don't know, make sure that there's love in that contract. That it's not just about superficial things that don't really matter. Make sure that they're also about, you know, love, you know, and what is love for you, because it's different for all of us. Okay, so now we're going to switch into the last portion. We had the Ace of Swords, clarity, and the Six of Wands. Wow, this is clarity. I do feel like some of you guys are getting a clarity in a connection, especially if you're connecting with somebody. You're getting a lot of clarity, and this clarity you receive will make you feel extremely victorious, very confident, very much like a winner, very much like, you know, you can do anything. And I feel like, I don't know what this clarity is for all of you guys. For some of you guys, this could be coupled with an event. You just will have to wait and see. You can't really cling on to it, okay? But there is some sort of clarity coming here in love. And the Seven of Pentacles showing up here. It's something that you have been investing in. It's something that you have been waiting for. Whether this clarity is some sort of internal clarity or it's something external, it's an external sort of thing that comes to bring you clarity. It's something that you've been waiting for, and you will feel very victorious when you get whatever this is, okay? So with the Nine of Cups here, with the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Swords, I mean, this is a major victory here happening in love, which I don't like. You know I don't like seeing victory in love. There's no such thing as a victory in love, but there is this feeling of, you know, like I can do it, or this feeling of I got what I wanted. That's why I like the Six of Wands and I like the Three of Cups, because they're energies of you got what you wanted. Exactly what you wanted, you got it. Or, you know, maybe it was a tough bit of a fight, or it was an exchange of words, but it all ended up being worth it because you ended up getting what you wanted, okay? And this is exactly and precisely in love, okay? Whether you're single or you're coupled, okay? All right, this is really, really beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead now and get an oracle energy. I'm gonna use the same Crystal Angels oracle cards, okay? I love this deck. I love, love, love this deck. And we're gonna have a look at the message that we get from this deck. Regarding Taurus, your love life. We have Rhodochrosite. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. It's exactly what I was saying in the beginning. You just gotta take it easy. I know you want to bulldoze and run in there fast, or, you know, there is this level of Taurus, you're very comfortable with yourself, and you know your value, and that's extremely important when you're connecting with anybody, or when you're getting ready to attract in a mate that's of, you know, true potential and of true worth. You know, you really want to make sure that you have a strong value system that is unbreakable, that is unshakable, because you kind of have to be the emperor to attract in an emperor. For an emperor to manifest outside of you, you've got to have that sort of emperor energy within you when it comes to things that you allow to happen to yourself and things that you will stand for. But also, it's not all about being harsh and all, you know, stuck up and stuffy all the time. Sometimes it's like you just have to kind of let life happen, and that's where I think that Taurus, you're really doing it right, where you really have this really beautiful perception that a lot of people could learn from, because it's a perception of strong forgiveness I see here, but strong acceptance of the reality of the situation, of the reality of people, and of the reality of you, and of the reality of what you want. You're very accepting of that, and that's exceptionally important, and that's something that you should be so confident about. But there are things you need to learn about yourself. There are ways that you need to heal, and that's why I feel like things may not happen as quickly as you want them to happen, but Taurus, you're a pretty patient sign, so I'm sure that you can get through this situation, okay? So now we're gonna move on to our career part of the reading for Tauruses, and let's have a look at what the month of August has in store for finances and career. Sometimes it talks more about finances, sometimes it talks more about career, sometimes I want to focus more on finances, sometimes I want to focus more on career, okay? The stars, both decks I used, I closed it out with the star, you guys. I wonder what's going on right now. I might have a little trifecta going on. All right, so we're gonna move on to the last but not least deck, okay? I could use this deck. Okay, so I'm moving on to the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck. This is a pretty deck, by the way, you guys. And we're going to look into your career and your finances, Tauruses, for the month of August 2020. Okay. Alright, so career, finance, August 2020, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so there is this really strong need to stay in this positive energy. I really feel like you guys have gathered a lot of positive momentum, Taurus. Good job, by the way, because that's definitely not easy to do, because this king surmounts a lot to become this king. So that's really freaking amazing. Some of you guys, this is your energy, and you're really pushing that forward, and you're extremely positive. Whether you know it or not, you're really radiating a lot. And you, as a result, you could be attracting in fiery sorts of characters, or maybe like entrepreneurial men or women, international sorts of people who do international sorts of business that you would like to interact with. You could be attracting them into your energy space, and you guys could be making a strong connection. It could be romantic of nature for some of you guys. I mean, come on, things get messy in life, but for most of you guys, it's not really supposed to be romantic. It could be, right? But it's impacting your finances greatly. I see this fiery man, really, maybe they're making something happen for you. They're giving you exactly what you want. The Nine of Cups here, they're giving you exactly what you want. Some of you guys could already have a connection with this man, and this man is giving you exactly what you want with something, and it's making you most pleased, because there's so much Ace of Cups energy, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, so I really feel like this person could be just giving you money, giving you a loan, giving you something you really want exactly the way that you want it. I can't express it enough. But there's a lot of emotion tied to this connection here, or tied to this person. I feel a lot of emotional energy, okay? So that's super positive, Taurus. I really, really like your career and financial sectors of your life. Just this energy here with the King of Wands and the Nine of Cups, whatever form it comes in, it's extremely positive. So hopefully this is just energy that manifests and multiplies itself, and it's not just, somebody that you love giving you money, or someone that you're romantically interested in giving you money or hiring you for something. But it's not just that. It's also just like, you being a magnet, or being so electric and alluring that you draw in and attract potential clients if you run a business, or if you wanted to always start a business, you have the vitality, energy, the positive momentum to start a business. The King of Wands, that's the king that brings in the manifestation. And so when you charge that energy inside of yourself, you will attract characters like that will either be the catalyst, or they will be, doors, or, ways that the universe opens doors in your life, okay? And I definitely see that very strongly for August, which is really positive, because this man is, could be Aries, Leo, Sag, and it is Leo season, so that's really nice, okay? Next energy we have here is the Three of Swords. Everybody's going over pain, right? That was inflicted in them in the past, some sort of trigger wound, so that they can increase their money. That's just what's happening right now. That's what Spirit wants for us, okay? And you are too, Taurus, so that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I really feel like, Taurus, some of you guys could have felt triggered, or you could be being triggered this month. Queen of Wands reversed with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to change what I'm saying, because that's kind of a message of that. All right, so I feel like some of you guys, you could be just experiencing some sort of like delay in your career. Listen, you just got to process how you feel. I don't know what's happening right now in this career sector, but I know, and I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm just saying this because I just want you to be prepared. That's never my intention, but you may experience something regarding your finances or regarding your career that, maybe it triggers you. And it feels like it's something small. Two of Pentacles here. Two of Pentacles energy is very menial energy. It's chop wood, carry water sort of energy. It's not that menial, because there is a blessing in that sort of, when you're in that sort of momentum, but it's not as major as like, we got like the tower going into your career. It is major, but it's small major. And so I feel like it's something that you're kind of doing, Taurus, that maybe you're just kind of doing to get by, and you're getting triggered by it. And, you got to look into what is triggering you. What is that pain trying to tell you? There's some sort of old wound that your soul is attempting to heal right now. I really feel like that's what this Three of Swords energy is. It's attempting to heal. And so use this opportunity to heal it, because this will definitely impact your finances. I mean, come on. Whatever this pain is, whatever this wound is, it really keeps you stuck in a bubble, kind of in a shell. It makes you kind of clam up and, maybe not want to invest your financial means into endeavors like stocks or other portfolios and all those things. Or it may make you, not want to, branch out and meet new clientele, because maybe you're shy or something like that. Like this Three of Swords energy, it's some sort of wound that created karma, that has created a pattern with the devil here, right? It has created a pattern in your life that it's like a multi-layered system, that now the tower coming after the devil wants to tear it down. right? So now you're taking a look at that tower you built that was like, whoa, that's not a nice tower. I gotta get rid of that. You know what I mean? And so there is this need. I think you really need to be triggered by this because you're really holding on to this and you don't realize how much this is actually hurting you. And it's thoughts around you. So the Three of Swords is that feeling of shame that you feel when you felt embarrassed in 3rd grade when you wet your pants in front of the color class. That's the Three of Swords energy, and when that feeling is being triggered again. You know what I mean? There is this need to be very mentally introspective and cognitively analyzing the emotion that's coming up, and it's not pretty emotion. Whenever the Three of Swords comes up, it's a blessing. You really need to take that energy and be like, okay, thank you God for triggering me. What the hell is this? Because I know that when I deal with this, my money's gonna come up. When I deal with this, I'm gonna find the love of my life. You know what I mean? I'm doing something. I'm taking part in behaviors, whatever it is that I could be doing unknowingly, or even, it doesn't matter if you're doing it unknowingly or knowingly, because in some way it has served you or it did serve you. People need to be way easier on themselves than they are. But regardless, it's not serving you now, and what you want is in behind it. So you gotta tear it down. You know? So don't push too much, don't push too quickly. But definitely face it, okay? Because this will definitely open up your means for earning income. And I know Tauruses, we like our money, okay? Our Empresses, our Venusian-ness, we like our money, we like our nice things, okay? So, come on. All right, so let's have a look at the finals section here when it comes to your career, Taurus. I think you're the only sign that I've kept under 30 minutes. Hoorah. Okay, so we have the Devil here. So yeah, breaking out of fear here. It's interesting because we got this one character here who's super helpful. This guy is doing something that you want him to do, okay? This person is definitely doing something that you have wanted them to do, and it's so much making you happy. And I think this is, I'm hearing finances, impacting your finances. But I feel like you may want to kind of, you know, find your own way to earn your own thing, or start something else that you've always wanted to start, but you hit that roadblock and you keep hitting it. And it's because you need to process how you feel when you go through that feeling, because there's lots of lies tied up in that, as well as one core truth that's actually really pure and that you just need to pay attention to. It's kind of like when you're fearful of, you know, I don't know, what are people fearful of? I don't know. You know, any fear that you have, when you really take a look at it, there's really something that you love that you're trying to protect, and that's why you form that fear thing around it, which it's overcoming you, it's taking over your life. So lastly, just like what we were talking about just now, we've got the Devil here, and everyone's favorite card. So I feel like you guys are realizing something that is unhealthy, or something that has been unhealthy. It could have even been a connection for some of you guys that was impacting your finances or impacting your ability to make money, because it affected your self-esteem, it affected your self-worth, or it made you feel like you couldn't have those things. But you're breaking out of the thought forms and the ideologies that either made you seemingly lackadaisical. The Page of Pentacles, when the page does not come out upright, it's kind of a lazy student. It's that student that could totally do better, but like just is lazy. You know, doesn't do anything with himself, doesn't even do his homework, you know, but has so much potential though. Or it's that kid that has trouble focusing or paying attention. There's something here, Taurus, that it's kind of like something that formed before you even knew it was forming, and it's not your fault. And so you're taking a look at it now. And I feel like you have been in the process of releasing it, but I think for most of you Tauruses, you're going to realize that you were in the process of releasing this. And this seems like a big deal because it's coming up with the 10 of Pentacles. It seems like a really big deal for you because I really think that a lot of you guys are realizing how far you've come with this, and it's making you feel a lot better. Okay, so this is super positive. I also feel like some of you guys, if you're working in a place where you're not making enough money and there's the raise it's never coming, or they always say it, but you never get that shit. You know what I mean? I think you're gonna break out of whatever karma, that devil energy, that nasty, binding energy that may have kept you tethered or stuck there, or could have made you feel like this situation, whatever it was, maybe it wasn't enough pay, but it's an excellent opportunity for you to work to what you want to get to, and you're going to start to see it that way. That's what I'm saying. Ace of Cups. That's really what I'm seeing here. I feel like there's a way that you're going to start to see the situation that you have in front of you, possibly a situation that could potentially lead to money, but it doesn't always lead to money, or it's very small and it's new and you're still learning about it. You're going to see how far you've come, right, along the lines. I feel like you were way worse with this and you've come very far. So Taurus, relax. But also you're going to see the potential in whatever this was, because I feel like you had it, and it's almost like a Four of Cups moment, but it's not a Four of Cups moment, because it wasn't really your fault the way things were going. So it wasn't like, oh, why don't you just take the cup? It's really like the universe really wilded out a little bit when it came to this, because it really wanted you to take a look at what this was. So it really wilded out when it came to what this Page of Pentacles energy was. I really do believe it did. But the reason for that was so that you could develop a love for whatever this was, and it wasn't just about the money, because maybe for whatever this is, it can't just be about the money for you. You have to love it, and if you don't love it, you're not going to do it. You know, it can't just be about the money for you, Taurus, regarding this. So I'm going to use this deck again. Okay, I want to use it again. I don't know why. Once again, Crystal Angel Oracle deck, and we're going to get a card for the career aspect of and financial aspect of Taurus's life for the month of August 2020, and we have Diamond. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So this is about raising your self-worth and seeing the value of things around you, seeing the value of even the Page of Pentacles, seeing the value in your own time, because some of you guys are working on something and you're like, I hate this thing, but you're spending your time on it, and you're gonna see the value of your fucking time, because you can't get it back, right? And see the value in yourself. Whereas some of you other guys are going to be seeing the value in something else that you've been putting your effort into, and you're going to see, wow, actually there's so much potential in this, you know. Now that my vision's clearing, and now that I'm tearing down paradigms for this nasty, massive paradigm that I've built up, and I've started tearing down little paradigms, I'm kind of seeing that there is a little bit of potential there. I may not feel it all the time, but I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it. This is really positive for you. So I really feel like here you're taking a look at pain here. You're taking a look at some sort of trigger here in your career, and that will help you to see that you're God's precious gem, because God puts you through things. And I feel like if you run into any sort of difficulty in your life this month, especially when it's coming to your career, where it's like it's not going the way that you want it to go, or it's kind of taking a little bit of time. Diamond is a Saturnian sort of element, so it does ring true to time. It's connected to time. That crystal or that gemstone is connected to time, right? At least energetically and metaphysically. And so Diamond will put you through Saturnian sort of things. And so, but that's so that you see your self-worth. That's so that you see who you are. That's so that you see that, okay, you didn't actually need to go through some of those things. And so it's like, okay, how do I not do that again? You know what I mean? Or how do I realize that I deserve good things? Because everything we go through, it really brings us back to that narrative, or to that ultimate conclusion that we just want to be happy and we deserve to be happy. And that's everything you go through, no matter how sucky it is. It just makes you realize all the things you were doing that was making you unhappy. You know what I mean? And it's like, wow, at the very end of the day, when you're done with anything that's hectic or anything like that, you just realize, I just want to be happy. And that's where you're going to. That's what you're realizing. A lot of the tension, the stress, the drama that you feel in your career, Taurus, especially lately, or your finances, it is dissipating. Let it dissipate. Let it go away for good. This is how it wants to go away. It wants to go away for good. So let it just do that. All right? So remember who you are, and remember that you are God's precious gem. And remember that this is making you who you are. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm a Spiritual Barbie. Information, if you want to work with me, is linked down below in the description bar. I am really looking forward to working with you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.